So, Mr Bowen, before the last election, you pledged energy bills to be $275 cheaper by the end of the term. What price pledge can you offer before this election, not compared to any coalition policies, but compared to the latest forecast prices? Will they go up or down? Well, Tom, the pledge I do give is that energy prices will be cheaper under us than under Mr O'Brien. That is the pledge, because that is what we can state categorically based on the two plans. Look, anybody who predicts energy prices in this very complicated geopolitical environment, I think, is making a punt. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to say that when the alternative plan is to introduce the most expensive form of energy available in the world, which is nuclear, that's going to have an impact. And worse, while we're waiting for that, they're going to sweat the coal assets for longer and harder. And one of the things we've seen in the Australian Energy Regulators report constantly is one of the things that drive higher prices and price spikes is unexpected outages in coal-fired power. I've told you, we've got 4.7 gigawatts of those today, as it happens. That puts huge pressure on energy prices. You're going to see more of that under the Liberal plan and less of that under ours. Our plan is based on the right mix of renewables, not, as Ted mischaracterises it. We have a very carefully balanced plan based on all the expert advice, which is the lowest cost pathway, as has been outlined by... But if there's someone out there wondering what happens to their bill, you can't say whether it will go up or down compared to today's prices? Well, clearly you're going to see, you've seen Australian Energy Market Corporation Commission reports showing 13% reduction over 10 years. If we keep going with the current plan, that's not an election pledge, to be clear, but that is the expert view of the analysis of the work that we are doing and rolling out. Okay. Mr O'Brien, you have made a price pledge, 7% reduction on household gas bills, as you alluded to, 3% electricity. To be clear on measuring this, is that cheaper than the latest forecast prices? And when do we measure it by? Is it by the final year of a term in office if the coalition wins power?
Tom, the analysis done independently by Frontier Economics looks at the 25-26 year. And that is the basis upon which those estimates are made of 15% lower gas prices for industry, 7% for households and 8% for wholesale electricity, which flows through around about 3%, all things being equal, to electricity bills. Now, it's notable that I can actually give you those figures because, unlike Chris's answer to you just then, they don't have anything. They've done no economic modelling. As I mentioned before, his decision-making is based on gut. The Treasurer of the country is obsessed, his own words, and the Prime Minister, in his own words, says he's creating an industrial revolution. They don't have any economic modelling. We've done the economic modelling. It's based on a comprehensive plan. We've released that. Certainly the comparison of the electricity grid, national electricity grid through to 2050, we released last year, and of course the gas policy only recently. Okay, but that's the short term. What about by the end of the term? Do you have any pledge you can make on prices, or would you agree with Mr Bowen it's too difficult to go that far? The modelling has been done for the first year. But now, when it comes to future years, I know why the question is so important, Tom, because the Albanese government went to the election last time promising a $275 reduction in household power bills. $275. I don't know how many times I asked Chris about that in the parliament. Refused to ever concede that won't happen. That was meant to happen this year. In his own electorate, power bills have gone up by $1,300 more than what Chris Bowen and Anthony Albanese had promised them. The Treasurer last night could not even bring himself to say a simple word, sorry. Sorry we got it wrong. Sorry we promised you all through even the term of government a $275 reduction in household bills, but actually you're paying well over $1,000. And I hope Chris takes the opportunity today just to look down the barrel of the camera and say, Australians, we got it wrong. Sorry.